Latest football news, engaging debates,
and fascinating opinions.
Pitchside talk on IO Radio. Hello, and welcome back to Pitchside talk from home. Again, another edition from home. Who am I? I'm joined by this week by Dan and Piers. How are you guys doing?
I'm all right. Doing okay.
Yeah, I'm good. The new update come out from the government, so it's all good in that.
Yeah, we won't speak about that. We might get a little bit.
No politics on this show.
Yeah, no politics. No politics. If not, it'll be politics side talk. There we go. Something like that. Well, football has been out of our lives now for 62 days. Apart from if you've been watching Korean football, which started on Saturday.
Well, I haven't been watching Korean football, but...
Me neither.
I will.
I caught the last 5 minutes of the game, and it was 1-0 and it finished 1-0, and it's a bit like... It wasn't too great, but I've actually got an interesting fact for you guys today. On this day in 2012, Man City won their first ever Premier League title.
Wow, it was today.
Yes, and thanks to Aguero. Don't know who he was.
I forget how late it is actually in the season now, because obviously when we finished, it was sort of now getting to it, but I forget that lots of times that was finished by now.
Yeah, it must have been beginning of March. This last league games were played.
I can't remember.
I'm trying to think. This was just 1-0 to Coventry, didn't they?
I don't know what day that
was. We both went and we can't remember. well, we've got a jam-packed show for you guys today. So we're going to be talking about the Premier League, the Bundesliga, because we're all excited for the Bundesliga now. We're now got good with our German, haven't we, guys? Been learning our German, fluent in German now, are we?
Well, I did German at high school, so...
Yeah.
I did for 2 years and I stopped.
Okay.
All I
can't remember.
All I remember was like, Ich spiele Fußball, so I play football, that's about it.
I think I remember Danke and Ich bin, something like that. That was it. That's all I remember. I'll be fine in Germany if I ever want. And also we'll be doing our second edition of our Pitchside Talk quiz. Piers won the last round. 4-3, wasn't it, guys?
I can't remember. We didn't do very well. But...
Yes, that's the bit I remember. We're not doing very well.
Didn't do very well. So on Monday, the Premier League clubs were warned by the FA that this season will be decided on sporting merit and will not be avoided after the recent meetings of Project Restart, which is quite weird because we've been discussing about the season being avoided because other leagues are being avoided around the world. But this is what gets quite interesting here. The clubs will vote on the process of the future, including promotions and relegations, if sports do not get started in early June, as elite sports cannot resume, including behind closed doors, until early June, depending on the current situation. Do you feel that the Premier League have made the right decision in not avoiding the season?
I'm not quite sure about that because we all know that it's getting later and later now in the year, and leagues around the world are cancelling. Obviously, Bundesliga isn't, but there's rumours of League 1 and 2 finishing as well, and obviously we'll get into it. But players don't really want to start. Some players, at least. So yeah, I'm not really sure. It's good that they're trying to come up with a plan, I guess, to keep it going. But yeah, I thought from the start that it's not going to carry on, and I think the extension past the 1st of May will probably happen. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to go, to be honest.
What about you, Piers? What do you think to this sort of decision of not avoiding the season? This is going to benefit some clubs over others, really. If this works.
Yeah, it's not going to be fair on some clubs, is it? But I think that the league needs to be avoided. There's no point going up to the Midlands and playing 45-minute halves with a certain amount of contact or anything. There's no point. So I think the right thing is to do to avoid it. Some teams aren't going to be happy. I saw the bottom 6 had petitions that they're not going to play any games at all for restarts, or they're not going to agree to do it. So it's an interesting one. Someone's going to get annoyed, and something's going to happen afterwards. But yeah, it's just an awkward one, really.
It is a bit of an awkward one because we're going to possibly see people win. There's going to be some big winners here. Liverpool are going to be probably one of the big winners out of this. And we're going to see some big losers, probably, like you said, the bottom six. I know Brighton have been voicing their opinion over neutral venues. They don't want to do it. But what's the best solution then? Is it just deciding on sport merit?
I think so. I think they've just got to do it off what the table is at the moment, because it's not fair making teams play. Because I saw the third Brighton player had been diagnosed with coronavirus during the week. So is that fair that maybe one of your best players are out because of that? And how does that affect it? And I think the scorelines will be ridiculous behind closed doors. I think when you get a team like Man City playing one of the bottom teams, it's going to be ridiculous because you can take more risks. There's no fans in there, but it's not going to be fair. But I think they should do it based off what the table is at the moment.
What about you, Dan? Should they do it on what the table is offered at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. I think I agree with Piers there. I think it's not fair on them to start again. I don't think. I know there's all these things about finishing the season when all teams have played just one game against each other and all this stuff, but I just can't see any other way of doing it except voiding it, and then using the table what it is now for relegation. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I know they want to start again, but I can't see it happening. I really can't.
Yeah, it's not looking good day by day. But one of the players that has been speaking about the project restart, or actually criticising it really, is Danny Rose. He's been voicing his opinions quite explicitly, but we will not go into that much detail. But he's basically saying that football should not be spoken about until the numbers have massively dropped. After the UK government said that holding sporting events without fans could prove to be a much needed morale boost for the whole country. Do we think it would be a big boost having football back, or is it just need to think about health and safety first?
Yeah, I do think it will be a morale boost because we're missing it so much. It's been so long now. But when something like this is happening, people's health needs to come first. Football has to take a back seat. So I think, morale probably. There'll probably be a boost in morale if, football starts again. And even if I know players might not want to actually play football again, but there'll be a morale boost. But you've got to think of the big picture, and people's health definitely comes first in this situation.
What about you, Piers?
I totally agree with Dan. Like, it's all good, and people are going to be happy the football comes back. But these players are normal people as well. And obviously, we spoke about it last week. Like Sergio Aguero is sort of scared to even play. And what's going to happen if a player dies from it? If they get it and they die, imagine what will happen then. So there's no point taking the risk. These are normal people. It's been gone for long enough now that I think they should just void it and just wait till next season and wait till these numbers do drop, because the numbers are still ridiculous. They're so high. I don't know why that. It's all about the money, isn't it? At the end of the day, in my eyes, that's all it's about.
Yes, well, you have been saying about a few players have been expressing concerns. Sergio Aguero is scared. Players are scared, and he is scared himself. Todd Cantwell, the famous Norwich player, Dan's probably favourite Norwich player of all time, saying that they are just people too. And Sterling saying that players' safety should be secured before returning. Could we possibly see players boycotting football if it returns too early and it's not safe to? Could we possibly see this happening?
I definitely think can see that happening. If players don't feel safe, I know it's going to be behind closed doors and all that, but if players don't feel safe, then they shouldn't play the games. I don't think they'll want to play the games. So I definitely think that that's something that could happen if football starts again.
I think it'll be teams more than just players. I think definitely the bottom six will just refuse to play, because then if they agree, then when they do get relegated, it's like you had the chance to stay up. So I think even teams will refuse to play, but I don't think anybody should be playing.
Yeah, it's not a nice situation we are talking about with sort of the football, what's going on in the world. But we'll move on now to the Bundesliga, a league which is starting up again this Saturday behind closed doors, the first European league to restart. This is, well, they're going to be starting this week. I don't know when they finish. I haven't got the date up they've got finished, but they are playing a lot of games in a few space of weeks. And starting off, well, we have got a big game starting off this week. Is Schalke versus Borussia Dortmund, the Riviera Derby. Very fierce derby, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah. I don't know much about it, but I know that it's quite a fierce derby. Yeah, it's going to be a big game.
Yes, I'm just going to quickly read through the fixtures that we have got coming up this week for the Bundesliga. So Wolfsburg are travelling to struggling Augsburg I actually have the place here, in 14th. League bottom of the league, Paderborn are travelling to relegation threat Dusseldorf, it's town's favourite German team of all time.
Yes.
They're going to win the league, aren't they, next season when they stay up?
Yeah, I think so. They'll stay up, win the league next season, definitely.
Hockenheim are home to Hertha Berlin. Title-chasing Red Bull Leipzig are home to Freiburg. Borussia Mönchengladbach, as I say it, they travel to Frankfurt. And on Sunday, we have Cologne travelling to Mainz. League leaders Bayern Munich are travelling to Union Berlin. And finally, struggling Werder Bremen in 17th place are travelling to chasers. Oh my God, Bayern Leverkusen. There we go. Got through all of them. Are we excited for the return of the Bundesliga? Go on.
Yes, I'm excited. Football's back, so that's the main thing. I'm quite surprised that it is back, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it to be any league in Europe to be back so soon. I'm not sure about, the numbers in Germany, but, they obviously think it's safe. So, football's back finally, and I'll definitely be watching the Dusseldorf game.
I thought it's fuzzball's back, isn't it?
Football, okay.
Fuzzball's back.
Practicing German on the show now.
Yeah, on the go. It's not going to happen, really. But, Piers, are you excited for the turn of the Bundesliga? Go on.
Yeah, it's good because Bundesliga is a bit of a tight league this year. So it's sort of like the Premier League. I probably would have preferred to Serie A, but having the Bundesliga back will be good. There's lots of big teams in there. Bayern, obviously Dortmund, Schalke, Leverkusen, Leipzig. So there's plenty of teams to watch, and there's plenty of talent in those teams. So it should be exciting. Obviously, it's not the Premier League, but I'm sure it will do at the moment.
Well, it's actually quite tight at the top. The top four, which is Borussia Mönchengladbach on 49, RB Leipzig are on 50, Borussia Dortmund on 51, and Bayern Munich are on 55. So we possibly could see quite a tight race to the end, and especially with the relegation.
Yeah, it's going to be very tight. And I think throughout this season, Leipzig and Mönchengladbach have been the two that are in the top two, which has been quite a surprise. I think Bayern Munich have kind of clawed their way back throughout this season. So yeah, it's really close, and that's what makes football exciting when you've got games to the very end. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So guys, who are we going to be supporting in this Bundesliga? Go on, who are we going to be supporting?
Well, I've got to go for Fortuna Düsseldorf, haven't I? They're friends with my club, so going to be supporting them. Let's hope they can stay up this year. Yeah.
What about you, Piers? Who are you going to be supporting?
I am going to go for probably the most hated team in that league,
Oh.
RB Leipzig.
Oh, no.
I quite like good start. They've got good players, and they beat Tottenham in the Champions League and knocked them out. So they're my team at the moment.
Well, I'm going to be supporting Borussia Dortmund because, Liverpool Borussia Dortmund have a sort of link with the Never Walk Alone song, and also Jurgen Klopp. That's how I fell in love with Jurgen Klopp. And I've always liked Borussia Dortmund, something about wearing yellow. Black and yellow. It's always
they're such a good team when they have Klopp.
Don't start.
Don't start.
Watch about wearing yellow.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that, but but black and yellow is a good combination. But no, if you want to watch any of these games, they're all going to be live on BT Sport. They're going to have every single game live, which is really nice. Which is nice to see. So if you want to watch some endless football, BT Sport are there for you. Well, we've got through this quite quickly, guys. We're going to be starting the quiz. The second.
Let's do it. I'm not very confident again.
Not very confident.
No,
Well,
even more.
I hope you've done your research this week, guys. I hope you've done your research. I hope you know a little bit more about your football.
Well,
You're supposed to be football fans here.
well, I know, but I don't know what questions you're going to ask.
Yeah,
No, that is
exactly.
true. That is true. Well, I tell you what I'll do this time. I'll give you 15 seconds for each question. Does that sound fair?
Cool. Nice.
All right, yeah.
Does that sound fair? There's only so if you want to play along at home, you can. If you want to, there is 10 questions, and we do have a tiebreaker question / bonus question if we need it. I'm not too sure if we'll need it this week, but I think we'll just answer anyway because it's quite a good one actually. It's one I thought of on the spot. So right then, tense music. I don't have any tense music to play over this, but just managed some tense music. It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? This time we're not asking for £1 million, no coughing and no phones. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Especially no coughing. It's not for £1 million, guys. Right. So are we ready to start this?
Yeah.
Pens, pads.
Oh yeah.
Ready? I've got to find my pen. I've lost my pen somewhere. Where have I put it?
Oh, come on.
No, the quiz answers that.
Having a mare. I think I've got one. Wait, it's work. Yeah, I've got one at work. So there we go. I always bring a pen with me, and I don't know where I put it. I know I had it with me. Wait, no, it's not there. I don't know where it is. Right. Question 1: which player with 653 appearances has made the most in the Premier League? A. Frank Lampard. B. Gareth Barry. Or C. Ryan Giggs. And your time has started now. Ooh, look at the concentration on those faces. We've only got 10 seconds left, guys. It's quite tricky. All these people have made a lot of appearances. 3, 2, 1. And the time is up. Right then, guys. Who have we gone for? Starting with Dan first.
All right. I've gone for A. I'm not quite sure about this.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ryan Giggs has played quite a while, obviously for Man United. I don't really know who Gareth Barry played for before Man City. I can't really remember.
Okay.
But yeah, I've gone for A.
What about you, Piers? Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Gareth Barry because I always just feel like he's just been one that's been around for ages, and I don't think Frank Lampard's played that many games.
Okay, well, I can confirm the correct answer is Gareth Barry. Gareth Barry has made 653 appearances. Ryan Giggs has made 632 appearances, and Frank Lampard has only made 609 appearances.
Oh, okay.
That is the top 3 in the Premier League right there for you. Right, question 2. Shane Long holds the record for the fastest goal in Premier League history, which is 7.69 seconds. But whose record did he beat? Is it A, Alan Shearer, B, Christian Eriksen, or C, Ledley King? And your time starts now. This is quite a tricky one because, who could it be? Look at the concentration there. Dan doesn't know. He's just going to write down something. No. And your time is up. Right. Starting with Piers this time. Who have you gone for, Piers?
I've gone for A, Alan Shearer.
Okay.
Wild guess.
Okay, wild guess, right then. Who have you gone for then, Dan?
I have gone for Ledley King because that's just a random name that I'd never thought I was going to hear again. So I'm going for Ledley King as a guess tonight.
Well, I can confirm, Dan, your logic is right. It was Ledley King. Christian Eriksen scored in 10.54 seconds, I think, against Manchester United. It was actually not too long ago, actually, that goal. Alan Shearer scored in 10.52 seconds. I don't know what team that's against. And Ledley King was 9.82 seconds, which was against Bradford City. All right, here we go. Question 3. Roy Keane spent 2 seasons at Ipswich Town. But what position were Ipswich Town in when Roy Keane left? And he left, I think, was the 7th of January 2011 before the game against Chelsea in the FA Cup and the Arsenal game in the League Cup. Little known trivia there. Were they A, 19th, B, 20th, or C, 21st? Your time starts now. Look at this. Dan should know this. After getting that John Spence question wrong, we should know. Piers looks quietly confident here. Look at him.
I think I know this one. I think I know this one.
God, I don't know it.
Ooh, and your time is up. We're going to go for Dan because Dan is the Ipswich super fan here.
I've gone for A.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure though.
You're not quite sure. What about you, Piers? Are you sure? Are you confident?
I've gone for C, 21st, because I'm pretty sure they will write down there.
Okay. I can confirm that 19th is the correct answer.
Oh,
They were 19th. They lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, which was Roy Keane's last game. At the time, they only had 31 points, 9 wins, 4 draws, and 13 losses. And they only had, I think they had the 4th worst home record in the league at that current moment in time.
oh dear.
And then Paul George came along and everything was all rosy.
But did even better.
Yes. I have to say, Dan, you got that. It's a question right this time. You got it right. Well done.
Yeah, but it still wasn't
Give him a round of
so.
applause. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. No done once.
Oh, gosh. The audio listeners there. His phone's just fallen off his stand again. Oh.
Yep. It's only once so far.
Only once. Right then. Question 4. Who has scored the most Premier League goals as a substitute? Is it A, Olivier Giroud, B, Jermaine Defoe, or C, the bay-faced assassin himself, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Your time starts now. It's quite a tricky one, really. See if I can see the answer in their eyes. Ooh, no. Can't really look. Dan's trying to think. Piers looks he's writing down something. And your time is up. We're going to go to Piers first this time. Who have you gone for, Piers?
I've gone with Jermaine Defoe.
Okay.
What
What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I've gone for Jermaine Defoe as well.
Well, I can confirm both of you are correct. Jermaine Defoe has got the most goals as a substitute. He's got 24, which is 15% of his goals he has scored in his Premier League career. And I don't know about the other two. You don't need to know about that.
I know Giroud's got a fair few.
Yeah, I couldn't think. I was thinking when I was trying to look it up when he's played a lot for Chelsea, he's played a lot for Arsenal. I was like, oh, I don't know. Just leave him. Let's just leave him alone. Right, question 5. Which of these current Premier League managers was an unused sub in the Champions League final in 2004? Is it A, Nuno Espirito Santos, B, Mikel Arteta, or C, Daniel Farke? Your time starts now. Look at this. You should know.
Should I?
I'm
going to start playing mind games here. Your time is up. Dan, who have you gone for then?
I didn't know this answer, but I've gone for C, Daniel Farke, because you put him in there. So what I've gone for.
Okay. Piers, who have you gone for?
Yeah, I've gone for the exact same and the exact same reason.
Well, I both can confirm you're both wrong. It wasn't Daniel Farke.
Oh.
It was Nuno Espirito Santos. He was playing for Porto. And he was a goalkeeper under Jose Mourinho. He was never used.
Monaco weren't in the final.
Yes. There's a little known fact I heard about a few months ago when I think Wolves were playing against Tottenham. A little known fact. It's Mikel Arteta was at Rangers and Daniel Farke was somewhere in Germany. That's all I know.
Okay.
Question 6. So the Bundesliga is resuming this Saturday. We're going to take a little trip back down to memory lane of the 2013 final in the Champions League, where Bayern Munich won against Borussia Dortmund in 2013. But who scored the winner? Is it A, Frank Ribery, B, Mario Mandzukic, or C, Ian Robin? Your time starts now. Ooh, look at this. Concentration. We should know this is at Wembley. We should know this. It was hyped up. The Battle of Germany, it was called. Do they know? Do they not? Well, the time is up, and I'm going to head over to Piers first. Who do you think it is, Piers?
I've gone for C, but it's either one or two things. I've gone for C for Iron Robin, but I can't remember if he scored it or if he had it cleared off the line. So I'm going to go with him anyway.
Okay. What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the final where Iron Robin scored late on, and it was kind of just like a trickle over the line. He kind of just took it around some players, and then
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was that final.
Well, I can confirm that both of you are correct. It was Iron Robin. He scored in the 89th minute after Frank Ribery assisted him, and Marian Mandzukic scored the first goal. Yes, it did trickle over the line. It was sort of a bit of a, oh my God moment, because nobody believed it. It went in. It was all that heart. You saw the hearts just break there of Jurgen Klopp and his Borussia Dortmund team, which actually had a terrific run to the final, beating Real Madrid, didn't they, in the semis?
Yeah.
Question 7. How many times did Arsenal finish 4th under Arsene Wenger? B, C, 6, or B, 6, or C, 7? Time starts now. Concentration here. Look at them. Do they know? Piers should know this as their fierce rivals. Dan should know he's been to the Emirates. He's seen the Hall of Fame. And the time is up. Heading over to you first, Dan. What have you gone for?
I've gone for B, 6, but I'm not quite sure.
Not quite sure. Okay, all right. What about you, Piers?
I've gone for B as well, because I know they finished 5th towards the end a few times.
Okay, well, I can confirm that you are both correct. It is 6 times they finished 4th under Arsene Wenger. Yes. Dan, you should know this. You've been to the Hall of Fame. They have it in the Hall of Fame every time they finish 4th. It's a trophy. They've got the 4th trophy, haven't they?
Well, okay. Well, this was in 2011, so I cannot remember.
Brilliant. Right, question 8. Which of these countries became the first ever African team to score 4 goals in a World Cup game during the 2014 tournament in Brazil? Is it A, Algeria, B, Cameroon, or C, Nigeria? The time starts now. This is quite a tricky question, you know. It's all about your knowledge. Do you know? Do you not? Does anybody know? I don't even know. I've got the answers. I don't know. And your time is up. So, Piers, who have you gone for first?
I've gone for Cameroon, only because I can remember them being the best team in it. I'm not even sure Nigeria went to the 2014 World Cup.
Okay. What about you, Dan?
I've gone for Cameroon as well, because I'm pretty sure they were in Group A, and there was a 4-0 that I remember. I think it was against Croatia, but I can't remember which way round it was. So I've gone for B anyway.
Okay, well, I can confirm the correct answer is Algeria. Algeria scored 4 goals against South Korea. They went on to the last 16 to play against Germany, where they actually nearly did knock out Germany. It was a bit of a scare for Germany. Cameroon, you are correct. They did have a game where they had 4 goals, but they conceded 4 goals twice. Conceded 4 goals against Croatia and Brazil, and they famously had a bust-up on the pitch. And Nigeria did go to the games, but they didn't score 4 goals, but they did get to the last 16 against France, and they nearly beat Argentina that year.
They always play Argentina in the World Cup. That's always a fixture that happens.
It's just guaranteed.
They did the last one, didn't they?
Right. Question 9. Kevin Phillips won the Golden Boot in the 99/2000 season, but who was the next English player to do so? Is it A, Daniel Sturridge, B, Harry Kane, or C, Wayne Rooney? That's how they say it. Your time starts now. This is quite an interesting question, this is.
Oh, God.
Who do you think? Who could it be? Could it be anyone? And your time is up. So, heading over to Dan first. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for C, but I'm not quite sure. My Premier League knowledge is meh, so but I'm going for C.
Okay, what about you, Piers?
I've gone for B just because I think C might be a bit too obvious. Like, just wanted to trick you, so I've gone for B.
Okay. Well, I can confirm that the correct answer is Harry Kane. Harry Kane was the next English player to win the Golden Boot. He won it twice, actually. He won it in the 15-16 season and the 16-17 season. Daniel Sturridge finished second in the 13-14 season. And Wayne Rooney's finished second twice in the 09-10 season and the 12-13 season, where he's beaten by something called Robin van Persie. Don't know who he was. All right. Question 10. Which of these Liverpool players has scored the most hat-tricks? Is it A, Mo Salah, B, Roberto Firmino, or C, Sadio Mane? Your time starts now. Who could it be? Could be anyone.
Is it throughout their whole career? Not just.
No, just at Liverpool. Just at Liverpool. Sorry.
Okay.
I should have explained. I'll give you just an extra few seconds there. I should have said that. Yes, at Liverpool. Yes. Right. Who have we gone for then, guys?
I have gone for Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you then, Dan?
I have gone for Firmino, but I'm not quite sure.
Well, both can confirm that both of you are wrong. It was Mo Salah scored 2 hat-tricks, Firmino's got 1, and Sadio Mane's got 1 as well. Right. I just took a little short little interval there just to see how many points we've got there, and I both can confirm that we are going to the tiebreaker question, guys. You've both got 5 points here. So we are going to the tiebreaker question, which is when I can find my phone. I don't know where I put my phone. I've lost the timer, guys. Oh, there's the timer. Found the timer. Don't worry. Now I've got to try and open up the timer. Right then. This question is going to be closest to the answer gets the point. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. So your question is, Newcastle were promoted back to the Premier League in the 16/17 season, where Ipswich Town famously beat them. Famously beaten at Portman Road. And they were joined by Brighton in promotion. But how many points did Brighton achieve in their promotion back to the Premier League? All right. Time starts now. Here we go. Throw a little curveball you there.
Well, I know that Brighton were ahead of Newcastle until right near the end. They just overtook them, I think, on the last day.
Okay. That is your time up. What are we going for then, guys?
I have gone for 89. I'm not sure if they got 90 points.
89, yeah?
I can't remember, but I've gone for 89.
What have you gone for, Piers?
I've gone for 85.
85, okay. Right. So Newcastle achieved 94 points in that season. Brighton achieved 93. So I can confirm Dan has won this week's quiz. 11 points, 1-1 in the league standings. Dan's called it back after that failure last week on that John Spence question. How do you feel, Dan? Post-match thoughts. How do you feel winning this quiz?
I feel good. You're not the pub quiz king anymore, Piers.
Did you see it?
Yeah. I saw it.
I did see it. We'll have to, I get that title for the week.
I saw that as well. You have to claim your title back there.
Now I claim my throwback.
How do you feel, Piers? You must feel a little bit disappointed there. So close. You clawed
So
it
close.
You clawed it back at the end. You know.
I know. Hit that late form, didn't I? But what can you say? It was Dan's day today, but we'll see next week.
We will see next week when we have the next edition of the Pitchside Talk pub quiz, football pub quiz. When I will make some harder questions. Maybe. How do you feel about that one? Was that easier, harder than last week's?
No, I
I think that was easy.
Easy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We need to step it up a little. So.
Rambard.
We'll go some very obscure answers next week. Be like, which referee did this? Which referees have made this many games? Well, I want to say thank you for joining us this week's Pitchside Talk from home. If you want to follow us on any of our social medias, Twitter is @Pitchside Talk, Instagram is talk_pitch. If you want to listen to the show on Mixcloud, if you're watching this on YouTube, simply find us on Mixcloud, which is simply Pitchside Talk. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to never miss another episode. There'll be a new episode next Wednesday as well. We're going to talk about all the stuff that's going on next Wednesday. You guys going to join us again?
Yeah,
That's good.
All right. We'll see you next week, and ciao.
See ya.
The whistle has been blown for full time. Tune in next week for another jam-packed show.